Ladies and gentlemen, 18th April will go down in Karnataka's history as one of the darkest days for women's safety, security and dignity. 23-year-old Neha Hiremath, first-year MCA student of KLE Technology University, daughter of Hubballi Dharwad Municipal Corporation, councillor and Congress leader Niranjan Hiremath, was brutally stabbed to death by her former classmate and alleged friend Fayaz within the premises of the campus. Fayaz is undoubtedly a criminal, make no mistake, a stalker, a harasser and a murderer who couldn't take no for an answer from Neha, who apparently refused to continue with their friendship. The incident has evoked extreme emotions in Karnataka this election season and unfortunately, obviously, it's been heavily politicized. The state BJP held a protest across the state demanding the handing over of the case to the Central Bureau of Investigation and capital punishment to the accused. The BJP alleged love jihad right from the beginning.
We want justice for Neha क्योंकि ये सब हुआ वो अच्छा नहीं हुआ क्योंकि एक कैंपस में जाके ऐसा कुछ करने का वो गलत तरीका क्योंकि वो सब अच्छा नहीं होता कि एक लड़की को ऐसा करने का क्योंकि एक लड़की को किया तो सब लड़की परेशान हो जाते क्योंकि एक पेरेंट को भी अच्छा नहीं लगता कि लड़की को अकेले बाहर जाने के लिए पर ये सब अच्छा नहीं हुआ क्योंकि उसको हम लोगों को नेहा के लिए जस्टिस चाहिए पर उस फयाज को भी एक अच्छा तरीका एनकाउंटर करना ही होगा.
But what has made a terrible mess of the matter is not only the way the issue has been deeply politicized, but the various theories on the motive of the murder. I ask you, is it the job of politicians to look for motives? Let's first bring you voices from the BJP who attribute the love jihad angle to the crime, demanding a CBI probe.
तो इन लोगों का वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स के लिए सब ये जो सप्रेस करना, हशप करना, इनका एक नीति है. इस कारण ये सब कुछ हो रहा है. ये लव जिहाद का एंगल है, उसको इन्वेस्टिगेट भी ये नहीं करना चाहते. वो स्वयं पिताजी कह रहे ये हशप हो रहा है.
You should resign from the position of chief ministership. It seems the pressure to appease that has been dictated upon you by none other than Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Kharge has made you forget the oath that you have taken under the Constitution. And I must also categorically state, न्याय की बात करते हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी. न्याय, अब देखिए न्याय, तो मैं ये पूछना चाहूंगा, इस पीड़ित परिवार को न्याय मिलेगा?
वर्तमान सरकार जिस तरीके से अपीजमेंट पर, तुष्टीकरण पर चली है, उसको कर्नाटक की जनता माफ नहीं करेगी और पुलिस भी इस केस की बारीकियों में जाए क्योंकि देश और जनता इंतजार कर रही है इस घटना की बारीकियों को सामने रखने के लिए और इसके इन्वेस्टिगेशन, थॉरो इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए. इसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन यदि स्टेट पुलिस असमर्थ है तो मैं सरकार को कहूंगा, प्रदेश को, कि वो सीबीआई को हैंडल करे. भारतीय जनता पार्टी इसमें पूरा सहयोग करेगी ताकि इस प्रकार की घटना न घटे और इसकी बारीकियां, इसकी गहराई तक हम पहुंच सकें.
But the ruling Congress government retorted to what the BJP alleged and responded as follows. Listen in.
ನೇಹಾ ಮರ್ಡರ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ತೀವ್ರವಾಗಿ ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. CID ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರ ತಂದೆ, ನೇಹಾ ತಂದೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ 4 ಜನ ಅದನ್ನು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ ಅಂಗಲ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತ್ವರಿತವಾಗಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡಿಸಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ.
We don't mind, let them hand over, let them do whatever they want. They are not eligible. Karnataka government will deal it with its own way. There is no question of it.
All right, love jihad, not love jihad, CBI, CID. In the midst of all this, it's the family of Neha who are actually facing a great tragedy and also politics from all sides.
आज अपने बीजेपी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्री नड्डा जी, प्रहलाद जोशी जी, स्थलीय अपने महेश टेंगनकर जी एमएलए जी और अनेक अपने नेता वाले भाजपा नेता वाले अपने को सांत्वन बोलने के लिए अपने घर पे आए थे। ये घटना सुन के उनको बहुत बुरा लगा, उनको दुख होके अपने को सांत्वन बोलने के लिए अपने घर पे अपना मेरा मिसेस को और अपना मेरा बेटे को मेरे को हिम्मत दे के गए हुए।
इस दौरान आप किस तरह का मांग उनके सामने रखा है?
मांग मैंने ये कहा है, ये आज हमारे बेटे को हुआ है, दूसरा बेटे को नहीं होना चाहिए और एक नेहा मरना नहीं चाहिए। पूरी जितने भी आज राज्य में और देश में जो मेरे बेटे का उम्र के लड़की लोग आज पढ़ रहे हैं, वो मेरे ही बेटे समझता हूँ। कोई और नेहा का हत्या नहीं होना करके मैं डिमांड रखा हूँ।
Meanwhile, Fayaz's father, who said he's separated from Fayaz's mother, said this about the case and about his son. I request the people of Karnataka to forgive me. My son has done wrong. He will be punished by the law of the land and I welcome it. My town has got a black mark because of my son. People of Munavali, please forgive me. You raised us. Please forgive me. The cry of a father whose son has been arrested. A CBI probe, a CID probe, love jihad or not, the question, ladies and gents, finally is about the death of a young woman. I am not going to use the word debate. Even last time, I refused to use that word debate. Let's talk about it. Anand Gurumurthy, spokesperson of the BJP Karnataka, has joined us. Dr. Baswaraj Itnal, senior journalist and political analyst, and Bhaskar Hegde, my colleague, editor, TV9 Kannada Digital, is also joining us. All three of them are with us. Let me first go to Dr. Itnal. Dr. Itnal, very, very sad. You know, young woman. It's very, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, I've got children that age. Someone comes into the campus and stabs you in the neck multiple times. But look at the statements which are coming out, Dr. Itnal. I am shocked. Even Parameswara, Home Minister, says, oh, it is love jihad. Then he takes back his thing. You know, he takes back his statement. It's all over in the newspaper where he says it's a love jihad case. I'm not going to talk about the parents. They are actually in grief. But he talks about it. The BJP, of course, is talking about it. I want to ask you, Dr. Itnal, what is the police and the investigating authorities, they are all sleeping in Karnataka? Why is it that the case should be sullied even further like this?
No, Sudha, for at least I don't know about others, I've never understood this phrase love jihad at all. I don't know what jihad has got to do with love, what love has got to do with jihad. Love is love, jihad is altogether different concept. Probably they are trying to imply that boys and girls of a certain community wants to lure the boys and girls of the other community and cause a religious conversion and all that. That's very, very far-fetched. Now, the very straightforward case is that a boy has murdered a girl on camera. We have CCTV footage. We have witnesses. He has been arrested. He's already confessed to the murder. Then only that remains to be done is punish him as per law. And beyond that is politics. Whether it is somebody saying it's love jihad, somebody saying it is not love jihad, all that is politics and unfortunate politics. That kind of politics, it only not only sullies the image of the girl or the girl's family, it also sullies the political waters of the state.
Right.
This is totally. I just don't understand what is love jihad.
Yeah.
It's a murder case. Accused has been arrested. He has confessed to the murder. There is evidence. Punish him. Or finished. And what all these things coming up? Somebody saying that they had, a boy and girl were in love earlier, and then there was some kind of a breakup and wife could not tolerate. All those things are matters of investigation. And somebody gesticulating about that is not at all welcome.
All
It
right.
is the accused has been arrested, punish him.
Right.
End of
Even
the
I,
matter.
yeah, even I started when I did this show, Dr. Itnal. We picked it up on Friday. This is what I said: love jihad, no love jihad. What is happening? But it points to one thing. I mean, the BJP spokesperson is here, and I would like to ask him, Anand, why is it that it is so heavily politicized? In the sense, not only does it, of course, your party has said about how the murders and kidnappings have increased during the Congress's dispensation. Of course, you're right, the crime rate has, of course, increased. But you know, it is, why is it so heavily politicized? Mr. Nadda ji goes there for sympathy, then gives out a bite. Then you hear Mr. Prahlad Joshi talking about it. Love jihad with the death of a young woman who had dreams in her eyes. I think the BJP can do better, Anand Gurumurthy.
I would like to start with the fact that law and order is the same for everybody and it should remain the same. One of the most important things is, I'll give you a simple example. Helmet rule in Karnataka, okay, after Siddaramaiah came into picture, okay, is different for different people. I don't want to go too deep into it. Everybody understands what it is. Then, of course, there is a High Court order that we should not, use public mics and other things without permission. That also was thrown away. Like this, some PFI activists were let on the street. So all this created an environment where some people started thinking that they are above law because they have the government backing. This has to stop in Karnataka. And our leaders have been asking for this. Now coming to your question, our leaders are going to people's house to show that we are with lawful people. We are for law to be implemented in this state.
Right.
There is no politicization in this, madam. It has to be clearly understood that law and order is same for everybody, and BJP stands for it, and we back it. So this is not politics. This is basic necessity for a good democracy to
So,
function.
Anand Gurumurthy, I'll come back to you, but you know, I find it a tad strange that two people were in love. You think they were in love in the background of which government is ruling Karnataka? I think that's reading too much into it. There are two different cases of it. And, you know, I think that politicization of this is like sullying the waters because it is election time, Bhaskar Hegde. For me and you, what matters is when we are writing a copy, where is the police in all this? I want to ask people, if my daughter is studying in an institute, anyone can come and, you know, stab the daughter multiple times. Isn't there checking? Much like what we were asking during the Rameshwaram Cafe case. Anyone can enter an institute and come and, do whatever you can. I mean, there has to be proper frisking. This is not a free for all, Bhaskar.
Yes, Sudha, just to add a new point to this particular discussion, okay, if at all we call discussion, see if you very closely follow how things unfolded the second day and third day, there is a hidden hand which has been trying to prove a point that people should raise questions about the character of the girl. You may ask how.
Oh.
Very second day, because very second day, there were photographs of Fayaz and Neha staying together, not staying together, standing together, feeding each other with, some birthday celebration or whatever came out. The third day, Fayaz picked up in his hand, Neha, that photograph came out. So basically, I don't know whether it is the police handiwork or some people who got the pictures. So they are trying to prove a point that Neha's character, in the very, very conservative sense, I'm saying, is not up to the mark. It is Neha who instigated in that sense Fayaz. So Fayaz ultimately killed her. Basically, if police had done this, released the photographs, so to prove a point that, this kind of anger among people should come down when they come to know that Neha didn't have a good character. So that particular strategy boomeranged. So because of that, the more they came out with these kind of pictures, I think the people were enraged, they came on street. Number one. Number two, extending the same point, See, there is a clear-cut strategy working behind this to prove a point that there is no intent behind Fayaz murdering Neha. It was a kind of very accidental, and as a result, she died. So probably when when this issue goes to court, they may try to prove a point that it was very accidental.
All right. Editor TV9 Kannada Digital said that the police released pictures which showed Fayaz, the alleged accused, and Neha kind of feeding each other, maybe a birthday cake, him lifting her, etc., etc. What is the police trying to prove? What is the theory behind it? Bhaskar, finish your point quickly so that I can go to Dr. Ithnal next.
Yeah, quickly I'll finish my 2 points. See, one is, I don't know, police or whoever, so they made a mistake, blunder, by pointing fingers at the character of Neha, who is no longer with us, number one. Number two, so there is a clear-cut design behind this to prove a point, because those who know law very well, that in the court of law, it is not the evidences which matter the most. Even the intent has to be proved by the police. So I think the police or whoever is trying to prove a point that Fayaz didn't have this intent to kill her. If this point is proved in court of law, half things are done and he may come out. That's also possible. Number two. Number three, as far as the main point that you raised in the initially, that Love Jihad issue, I think her father has mentioned in one of the conversations to one of the TV channels very clearly that there is a clear design of Love Jihad, and there are 6 to 8 people were involved. I have given the names of these people out to the police commissioner. So that's why he is suspecting there is a love
but
jihad.
You know, Bhaskar, much like Dr. Ithnal, I don't understand what love jihad is. I don't think love is love. I've fallen in love many times and with different people. And I think, yeah, I'm saying it. I was a young woman. I fell in love with several people. I didn't fall in love thinking, oh, he is so and so. I just fell in love. And then got married and love died. But that's another story. But I'm saying that, you know, we don't do this thinking. You know, Dr. Ithnal, I also think that this is pretty much what, you know, what you're saying. You know, what Bhaskar says, there are very good, you know, journalistic points in that. But my point is that look at this. You think, and again, I'm only coming from the love jihad point. If my daughter, if I lived there where I lived, all the atmosphere is such, I'm a politician, that what happens is that you are maybe coerced to saying it is love jihad because the girl is in love or was in an alleged relationship with somebody from the minority community. Who knows what happened? I only know that both of them liked each other. The girl then may have said, listen, it's over, don't disturb me, don't follow me, which happens in stalking cases, harassing cases. You can keep harassing me, all those songs which we grew up on, stalking cases. So do you think that the father may have been coerced into accepting it because the man was from a minority community?
No, father is trying to just, you know, go along with the mainstream narrative of the community that he belongs, which is a majority community. And coming back to the security and you know, policing issue, both Bhaskar and I, we come from the same, we have studied in the same region. Bhaskar comes from KUD and I also studied in Karnataka University. We know that area very well. And in such situations, especially in this kind of situations, what happens is the immediate local community knows exactly what it is.
Okay.
I've spoken to many people from BUB. I've spoken to many people because a couple of my friends run institutions there. One of the deans of the university is my former teacher. So I have talked to those people and people exactly know what has happened there. And it is not that somebody outsider has got into the campus and, you know, done this crime. No, he is a former student. Both this boy and girl were classmates. Okay. So nobody would possibly suspect a former student entering the campus. And the campus is today not BUB, it's called KL Tech University. KL Tech University is run by KL Society. KL Society is headed by Mr. Prabhakar Kore, who is a BJP leader.
Okay.
So this is a private security matter. It is not policing matter. Policing matter starts outside the campus, not inside the campus.
Yes.
So yeah, the police has swung into action immediately. Within 1 hour, they arrest.
But then in Delhi, where I studied, I mean, you have police outside colleges, sir. I mean, you can't just No, no, how we
Vidyanagar
have
police
When a
police.
station.
murder happens,
Sudha,
Yeah, we
what
have
are you
police.
talking, Mr.
one
Irfan?
second, one
Anand,
second.
When a
go on.
murder happens, are you even talking logically?
Vidyanagar police
When a
station
murder happens,
is
police get
not even
involved
half a
wherever it is.
kilometer
There's
from
no
BEB
private
campus.
space there. No, 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 you are
So it is
talking
very close
nonsense.
to the police station.
Please
So
stop
I
this.
do not want
No,
to,
no, no, no. Just to take the matter in a
cast
wrong way.
aspersions.
You're
Anand,
just
let me complete,
directionless,
please.
Mr.
Let me complete,
Irfan.
please.
Please, no,
I do
there's
not
no
want to
completion
cast
in
any
this.
aspersions on police
This is
as of
baseless.
now because police
This is
have
baseless thing.
submit
Please
to
stop
action
it.
right in time.
Please,
They arrested
don't
Wait,
be
wait,
so
Anand, let
impractical.
Dr. Ithnal
No, no,
finish.
be
Anand, I'll
sensitive.
come to you.
No, no, he's an insensitive man if he's trying to, prove a point here by telling police
What
is
is
bad
he
in
saying?
the
What is he
Please
saying?
don't allow him
right?
to do this.
The accused is arrested.
He said it's not a policing matter, it's a
How is
private
it a
security
private matter? Police has to get involved when there's a murder.
No,
Yes,
no.
they've got involved, no, Anand, they arrested the accused.
What
right?
did he say, madam?
The police cannot be standing behind
Is
each
it a
every
private
individual in the
security
country.
matter?
We don't have enough police force
What are you trying
for
to
that.
Why are you?
That's
why
what
are
I'm
you
asking
trying to
you.
divert the
I'm
issue?
asking both Anand, wait a minute, let's cool down. I'm asking you, Anand Gurumurthy, that in Delhi, you have police, you have a beat constable who goes around and keeps checking on you, hey, don't fight, hey, what is this, why are you standing here, etc., etc. So I'm surprised that how come a boy, maybe he was a former classmate, maybe they were friends earlier, but you get in and you stab. There is no fear of God. There is no fear. That's what is the point, Anand Gurumurthy. It's a crime.
Yes, that is what I mentioned
If
earlier.
the security
The
were to be
law
little
and
more
order.
alert, they should
Sir,
have
wait a
caught
second.
the
Wait a second.
boy
Let
with
me
the
answer her.
lines.
Let me
The
answer
bad
her, sir,
lads.
please. Please let me answer her. Okay. See, that is the point I tried to make in the beginning. Law and order is something should be equal to everybody. When the kind of appeasement that Congress starts showing to certain people, the people will think. Okay,
Anand, that is absurd.
and-
Anand, you think
that
they told
is not
Fayaz,
absurd. That is the
please
reality in
go
Karnataka,
inside
madam.
and stab
Please,
someone.
I am living
Fayaz,
here. I am
please
living
go.
here, okay?
No.
The kind of
What
appeasement
line
that
order
is
caused
done,
Mr. Santosh
you can do
Patil
whatever
suicide?
you want. You are my brothers. I am going to take care of you. This kind of appeasement is being done in Karnataka.
So I'm
They
going
are
to take care of
they
you.
are
You
trying
go
to
and murder
scare the Hindu
people.
community
What
here.
are you saying?
With all
Who
these
said
things
That is
happening,
absurd.
none
No.
of us are going to get scared
Bhaskar,
of this.
I'm going to come to
Okay?
you because this is absurd. Bhaskar, let's just understand this. Both of them spoke, but Bhaskar, last few minutes I'll give you. Do you think that this is going to snowball into a Sanatana Dharma movement, in Karnataka politics? Like it became in Tamil Nadu and then it spread, like bushfire across the nation. Is it going to be a Bajrang Bali moment for Karnataka in the general elections? Because I see that it was a small flame, now it's become very, very big. Bhaskar Hegde.
Sudha, there are 2 points. One is certainly it has become a very big political issue, number one. Otherwise, JP Nadda would not have come in all the way, flew to Bangalore, Hubballi to meet the family members. They might have sensed it, number one. And equally, Congress was also rattled. They deputed Lakshmi Hebalkar, a woman minister who was campaigning for her son in the neighboring Belgavi district. She rushed to Hubballi and to console the family. They would not have done it. So, 2. There is one point, I think it might snowball into a big, very big political issue because Hiremaths basically a priestly class among Lingayats. They are the topmost among the Lingayats and they are considered as a kind of very godly, respected, venerated. When a girl from this particular group is killed, no matter who killed, that's a different issue. Particularly Lingayats in and around 5 or 6 Lok Sabha constituencies will certainly take note of this. I guess if the BJP, because as a political party, they might, I think it gives a kind of, they are giving that kind of hint that they want to keep the tempo till the polling. I think this may certainly snowball into a big political issue and obviously BJP may get political dividends.
Anand Gurumurthy, you are raising your hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make a point here. See, I belong to Lingayat community. Lingayat community also always stands for anything good in the society. Okay, it's not just one girl's murder of our community only. It is very important to note that it is a girl's murder and it is happening to an innocent person who has done nothing wrong and in such a brutal way. Okay, this has to be understood by the society.
But,
and why is the brutality
Anand,
happening? Because nobody is caring. The politicians are
Anand, but
supporting such
it's just speculation. She did nothing wrong. She had a lot of dreams. She's a child. But my point is that if it's proven that she was in a relationship with this man, then don't you think,
So
according
are you
from
telling
your
that murder
prism,
is justified, madam? Are you telling
did
that
I
murder
say
is
that? Don't
justified?
no, I'm not in
No,
politics.
you are
Anand
trying to,
Gurumurthy.
you are trying to tell that. You are trying to
No,
tell
I'm
that.
not.
How
No.
can murder be justified,
Forget it.
madam? You told very
Okay,
clearly.
no,
A
I'm
no is a
asking
no,
you.
right?
You
A
said,
no is a no, right, madam?
right,
No is a no,
yeah,
no, right?
you're teaching me. Thank you.
No,
Dr.
I'm not
Itnal,
teaching you. I'm just
Dr.
going to say
Itnal,
one
let us finish this thing. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
sad.
What has happened is,
Dr. Itnal, this Hubli, Dharwad, this entire region, we remember the Idgah incident and everything. Do you think that it's a perfect ground? The child is forgotten. The girl is forgotten. She's my gender. All of you are men sitting there. You will not even understand what it means. Dr. Itnal, this is clearly communal, that politics is being played on the death of a girl.
It is. You just mentioned Idgah issue. Out of that Idgah movement only Prahlad Joshi's politics is born.
Yes.
And that's how his political career started. And just at the time when his prospects were dwindling in his constituency, there were many RSS BJP cadre which was rebelling against him. They did not want him to contest. Just right in time, this issue has come to his help. That's all there is to it. That's why Nadda is coming. That's why BJP leaders are, creating this hype of Love Jihad. Whereas it's a simple crime. It's a case of simple murder, criminal murder, heinous murder, and accordingly it has to be treated. Everything else is politics, and that will sully the waters in Hubli Dharwad region. And about Lingayats, Bhaskar was saying, we don't hold anybody, I'm a Lingayat, we don't hold anybody as godly. Hiremats are not godly, they are priestly. Priestly is different, godly is different, and we have moved, ahead of it. We have, there is nothing up and down. There is no upper class, middle class, lower class in Lingayat philosophy. So that is redundant, so to say.
Yeah, but it is, of course, a girl has been murdered, and it's very, very clear that,
it's not a simple thing, it's a very big crime, okay? And
Thank you for
reflects on our
telling me.
society.
Thank you. I started this conversation, Anand Gurumurthy, by saying this woman, this young person has been killed, and all of you are busy politicizing it. We have to spare
please
2 minutes
our name
for
out of
the
it.
Hiremats hold their hand and say, we are sorry.
We are asking for a basic right of the society. Such heinous crime should not happen. The government, state government is responsible for it. We are asking for their responsibility.
Anand Gurumurthy, let me today, I'm concentrating on Neha Hiremath. Maybe some other day I'll call you to my show. Will you come? I will talk about all the injustices done to the women when Mr. Bommai was in power. But then, like I said, I'm a woman, so I will stop at that. Thank you, Anand Hiremath. Thank you, Anand. Thank you so much, Dr. Itnal. And thank you very much, my colleague Bhaskar Hegde, for this riveting conversation and the other story.